think most people want to paint you this perfect dream that everything is perfect and you're going to make tons of money overnight, but that isn't always going to be the reality. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Daniel Francis, and in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the sad truth most successful coaches, entrepreneurs don't tell you. And so I hope to give you an objective overview of what I've experienced, not just being an entrepreneur, but growing into this business world. I've knocked hundreds of thousands of doors in my day. I've led a team of 60 people. I've worked with now coaches and clients worldwide, and I want to share my experience of making hundreds of thousands of dollars online and the ups, the downs, and the goods and bads that come with it, so I can give you a perspective as while you're going through your journey, you can think of this video and have these points in mind and realize that you're not the only one going through this stuff. So let's get into this video. The first part that I want to cover is some sad truths. Number one, failure is mandatory. No matter how good everything is going, you have to realize that failure is part of the game. As children, we feel bad and guilty when we get a bad grade on a test. And when you realize that, you have to let go of that. And as I fail, if I do a sales call and it doesn't work out, if I do a Facebook Live and it doesn't work out, if I do a challenge and it doesn't work out, if I plan for this big month and it doesn't work out, well, this is just part of the game. You either win or you learn. There's no losing. The only way you lose is if you quit. And so you have to realize that if I'm failing, that's fine. I just got to keep persisting forward. Okay, number two, losing money will happen. You will invest into something and it will blow up in your face. You will buy a program and it may not work. You will invest into a marketing campaign and it will not work. I've spent over $100,000 on Facebook ads. Some of those ads suck. I've lost money. But if you're building a business, you have to realize that this is just part of the game that I'm playing. That sometimes I will lose money, sometimes I will make great money. But just because you've lost money doesn't mean you throw in the towel. Just because things fell apart, that doesn't mean you throw in the towel. And when you have that mindset of not every week is going to be a perfect week, not every month is going to be a perfect month, but I'm going to keep showing up. And when you have that perspective, you will keep persevering. Number three, betrayal will happen. You will enroll a client and they'll betray you. You'll enroll a team member and they'll betray you. You will have friends and partnerships. You think everything's perfect and then things will fall apart. But just realize this is part of the game you're playing. This is the game. Not everything is a fairy tale. But when you think of I'm gonna build this business and it's gonna be a fairy tale, woo, that's not how it goes. And so for me, I'm what you would call it a realistic optimist. I'm optimistic, I'm positive, I'm hoping everything works out as planned, but I am prepared for things to go completely 180 on me, completely sour on me. And when you don't have that mindset and then someone betrays you or something that you didn't expect happens, you're completely shocked. I'm not shocked. I go, this is the game I'm playing. This is part of the game. Number four, I've done a lot of sales calls in my day. You will book a call with someone that goes 100%, I will show up on the call. And for me, I take a shower, I get ready, I get all purdy, I get prepped, I'm just I'm shampooing my hair, I'm playing some good music, I'm like, oh, got a call in 15 minutes, I'm brushing my teeth, feeling great. I'll show up on that Zoom call, and then I'm like, oh, okay, the call's supposed to start right now, I don't see them on Zoom. Okay, let me give it a couple more minutes. Okay, no response. Oh, it's 5 minutes past the date that we're supposed to meet up on Zoom. Not here yet. Oh, and it's about 15 minutes and they're still not here. And some people just won't say anything. Others will let me know 5 minutes after I can't make the meeting. So what? If you're like, oh my God, I was not expecting this, then you need more experience in life. This is part of the game, ladies and gentlemen. I don't go, no, my God, my life sucks, or no, I'm not gonna give you back. No. You can't think like that. You have to realize that this is the game I'm playing. This is part of building a business. This is part of building something that most people dream to build. But if you don't have that thick skin, I call it the elephant skin. Bullets can hit it, but it will repel off you. But to build that skin, you have to, just like building a muscle, you have to rip it and then it builds back stronger. Rip it, it builds back stronger. Rip it. And so I've dealt with so much rejection. I've dealt with hostile people. I've dealt with people yelling at me, cursing my name, telling me I'm meaningless and worthless. And I got a smile on my face and I have to go talk to the next person like it never really happened. And so that is the game you're playing. You gotta have that reality check. Next one, refunds will happen. I've never really had a refund, but that's because I go above and beyond and I choose my clients properly. But that's part of the game. Things will never be perfect. But you have to realize that if you keep showing up, You keep being you. You will filter that out. You will learn from your mistakes. I can talk about horror stories with payment processors, horror stories with Facebook ads, horror stories with everything. Part of the game. Repeat after me. It's part of the game. Next one. You could have a perfect marketing plan right now. In 6 to 12 months, it could be obsolete. You could know exactly what to do on Facebook, on Instagram, on ads. 6 months later, it's obsolete. And so you have to realize that you have to keep on evolving. And the game of business, how competitive it is, if you're not evolving, you will be kicked out. You will not be able to keep up with someone else. And so you have to realize that, well, Daniel, I invested into a coaching program 12 months ago, blah, blah. It's like, so what? What's the next thing you're doing? What's the next thing that you're working on? What's the next skill that you're learning? Because it will be obsolete. One of my next things is this. You have to realize you may make less money than how much your expenses are every single month. And you have to be okay with that. And you have to have a great attitude when things aren't working out for you. The way I operate is whenever I'm going through a tough situation and I persevere, it's my way of showing whoever, God, the universe, that I'm worthy of whatever's coming my way. I got a great attitude the whole time. I'm showing up every single day. And so that is the sad truth that most coaches do not want to tell you. And so here's the good thing. Number one, you don't want it to be easy. You want to achieve something that most people cannot achieve. You want to build a solid base, a solid program, a solid business that is unshakable by whatever comes your way. And one line that I live by, which is, I'm willing to sacrifice 3 to 5 years out of my life to accomplish something that most people dream about. Like when COVID began, I quit my job and I went all into this online space. I've burnt the boats. There's no way of going back. And you gotta have the same mentality. Have you burnt the boats in your life? Have you given yourself no option but to figure this out? But Daniel, I invested into a coaching program, I bought Facebook ads, I did this ClickFunnels, it didn't work for me. Okay, so are you trying to throw in the towel? No, I'm not. What are you doing next? Well, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna lose more money. So what? Lose more money. How badly do you want this? Well, Daniel, like I've had all these sales calls and no one has any money, so what? Are the people that have money? Great, they keep showing up. And so it's more of a test of how bad do you want this thing? Are you just trying to find another excuse to throw in the towel? Because if that's the case, you will never make this thing work, no matter what you do. And so that's the real test. This is the reality check. I think most people want to paint you this perfect dream, that everything is perfect and you're going to make tons of money overnight. And that's true. I've experienced that in my own life and other people's and the clients that I've worked with. But that isn't always going to be the reality. And even some people, it's like they'll have this high right off the bat because they'll have a bunch of wins off the bat and then life will get hard. So what? You got to keep showing up, man. And so I hope I gave you a perspective shift. If it's not easy, good. It's not meant to be fucking easy. It's meant to be difficult. It's meant to test you. That's the only way you achieve something that most people would die to achieve. And so anyway, my name is Daniel Francis. This is a breakdown of the way I operate every single day, and I hope you can apply some of these principles so you can start changing the path that you're on and achieve the type of results that you want in your own life. Follow, subscribe, like, comment if this motivates you at some level, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.